look at the muscles on you. Or perhaps at this point, look at the massive amount of gold that your good friend Elrang of Senelana has gotten. The mighty Duke with all of his very mighty amounts of cash, which is a nice change of pace considering where we have been over the past few days. As per usual, lots of comment feedback to go through while I try and relearn how this game works. So, the first thing that I've seen everybody screaming about is don't forget to get the Learn on the Job perk. I did point that out before and then move away from it. Now, I presumed that we would need to get scientific and we need to get plant cultivation and scholarly circles before we can get that. So it's not just like it's one more perk, right? We need to get 4. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We'll swap back to scholarship at one point anyway, because I think 1 perk or 4 perks, given that the guy can live up to 300 plus years of age, that does seem very, very good as long as we pay a little bit of attention to the council, right? 20% of your council's primary skills added to your own does seem pretty enormous. So we're going to be going with that one as soon as possible. The big thing that a lot of people were commenting about was apparently, well, multiple ways to try and get better knights, but more importantly, get people into our court permanently. People were saying that instead of marrying off, like, our grandchildren and our granddaughters and whatever, in this case, maybe even educate your daughter, genius, that instead we should be focusing on marrying our courtiers to visitors in our court. Apparently that will keep them around. Now, obviously in CK2, that's not how it works. Courtiers will come and go if they don't have any minor title, court position, if they're not your friend, things like that. There's lots of kind of different ways that can work. Eventually, they will leave the court. So the fact that you can get people to stick around with a marriage in this is pretty interesting. People did point out that it should be matrilineal, obviously, otherwise they will just piss off if you try and marry a female courtier to a visitor non-matrilineally. So that's something to keep an eye on, something that I'll see if I can exercise today. Along with that, people were also saying that to get better commanders, which is something that's not going super well right now, is with our marshal we can swap her over to, funnily enough, train commanders. Not only does that, funnily enough, train your commanders, but apparently there's also a chance of, oh yeah, look at that, 11.5% chance of finding a new commander or knight each month. Cool. Okay, that's something we should flip over to do. Now, lots of people were saying as well that for a good play while we're not using our Spy Master really for much right now, though I do think Disrupt Schemes is pretty handy, given that we've had 2 Spy Masters and a son assassinated, we can set her to find secrets in our liege's court, and then we can maybe use that to get a hook on our liege. Oh, that's not our liege anymore, is it? It's the tiny baby. We can use that to get a hook on our liege and try and change our contract to her. Because a lot of people are pointing out, so if we go find secrets here and just move you over there, a lot of people are pointing out the reason that our provinces probably keep flipping back to the Bosmer religion is because they're actively converting it back to the Bosmer religion, right? So Green Hill, Mathmeldi, Malada, our capital is Mathmeldi and Malada, and then Senelana is the one that we've got to flip over. We're converting that right now, we're increasing control over there. I guess we could go out of our way to culturally convert as well. We're trying to increase development in the capital currently, which I think is still a fine idea. Before we do that, though, would it be better just to get all of them under our control? You know what? I think I might do it. How long is it going to take? It's 4 years to increase development. Why don't we wait that 4 years out, see if we get anything even reasonable out of it. If not, we'll flip you over to converting culture. Ooh, I might just do it anyway. Sod it. Let's just swap over, because we've only just started that, right? 34 years. Eee. The population of Senelana still clings to their Arenthi traditions and customs. Settle our own people there, because we're not native. It's going to take bloody ages, but we'll get there eventually. We have with the others, right? I think that was a lot of the stuff that I had to remember. Now, somebody left an enormous comment that I wanted to go through quickly here. Gaztacular basically wrote up a massive guide addressing some of the things that I brought up in the last episode, so I would just quickly read through this again and go through the relevant stuff that we can deal with right now. Ah, right, okay, so a lot of it we've already covered with the knights and things like that. There are a couple of things worth mentioning. So they said, firstly, remove the barracks in the capital. What's that do? 4% heavy infantry, 4% spearmen. Fair enough, because we only have the pikemen right now. And I don't believe we can get... Yeah, we can't get heavy infantry at all. So they've said swap that out in favor of something else. They also said don't worry about the levy bonuses from buildings, because eventually our levy is going to be completely pointless. So, I mean, as we grow our man-at-arms, right, and get better and better troops from that one instead, I think that's a fair idea. The other thing that they pointed out that we haven't really covered so far is putting back our... was it our granddaughter when she was crafting... she was crafting that fancy crown for us, or the regalia. We can put her back as... Ah, there you go. Aptitude good. Ah, now somebody also linked me to a mod that apparently makes it so that characters can get mage traits. I haven't gotten it enabled this time around, because I'll be honest, I completely forgot to add it to the list, because you have to do that mod setup thing in CK3, don't you? I forget what they call it, like the load orders or something. I don't remember. But I'll set that up for next time. I just thought I mentioned it beforehand in case anybody has any feedback. If they're like, oh, no, that's horribly overpowered. Don't do that one. But I'll pull up the name of the mod in a second. So in theory now we can use your magicka, but you're like totally untrained though. You are just like, this character has no magic perks. Well, fingers crossed over time she'll get given some. Maybe because she's our court mage. It'd be nice to get her transmuting gold alongside us. I think really we've just got to wait for that popular opinion to go back to normal, right? Because we're just waiting on the countdown on that one to disappear. We've got quite a long time. 40 years on false converts, and then mismanaged population -40. We've just got to hope for events that will increase our popular opinion. Might even be a case of swapping away from our magic focus again for a while. Yeah, because what were we going to go for? We were going to go for Charm and Illusion. We'll get that one, given that we're not that far off realistically, and then we'll move over to see if we can improve popular opinion. Ah, look at that. My daughter, Silmasil, has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Elf Boy dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Dainichi. Little child was born in the Stein of the Steed. Wow. You have a lifespan 3, Steed birth sign. Let's give you a good math melody name. Elusant. That's a good name. Wendemir. Ooh, I like that one. May you grow strong and wise. Like I said, I'll try and come up with a naming scheme so that we can remember some of these characters. I am thinking maybe something like Cheese. I feel like I've done that one before, but it's always good to try and be able to distinguish the characters. And look, I'm going to be honest, if I give them all Ayleid names, I'm not going to be able to tell them apart. I'm not massively familiar with Ayleid names. I noticed that Belani is particularly enthusiastic lately, and it's driving me insane. Even the most terrible events seem to bounce right off her smile. Other people have noticed and started calling her the Smiler. Intrigued by this behavior, I inquired about the reason for her cheerishness. She told me that every morning before getting out of the bedroom, she would recite a particular poem. She offered me to hear the poem, even with her brilliant smile. We are cynical, so this will just actually make us more stressful than ever. But it will reduce stress gain by 25% and increase stress loss by 25% for 10 years. We can, instead, wait until she's asleep and then shred the poem. We gain 29 stress because we're cynical. 68% chance she loses the nickname this morning. We gain 11 dread. I like that one a lot. This incarnation of Elrang does seem particularly petty, but in like a really vicious way. You know, like the lady laughed at him in the bathhouse. Next thing you know, she's drowning in wine. I feel like maybe we should go for that one. Yeah, let's destroy her source of happiness. Oh! She's still as bubbly as... Oh, it didn't work. It's probably because she's memorized it, you moron. We're just getting stressed for no reason. Who could have predicted that all this vengeful behavior of his might not have paid off? My old foe, Haromir, died. Died in my dungeon. Oh, I wonder if I could maybe, ransom people out. Well, maybe I could have before he tragically died. They might want the body back, I suppose. Protection against schemes. No, we're fine, thank you. Spy Master disappeared. Why did that happen? How strange. Untamir, our courtier, has 18... Spy Mastery. Wow. And he actually has a pretty decent opinion of us. I could send him a gift. 58 for 31 seems pretty good for a Spy Master, given that we're pretty much swimming in cash right now. And then as soon as we get that Illusion charm, I'm hoping that maybe it'll do something for us. We've learned that Remina of Durez is a non-believer. Oh, great. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future, you know, where you can trade hooks for money. Ooh, this one seems more impressive. While performing his duties as Spy Master, Untamir has discovered a secret held by Moon Archbishop Tashishi of Dokrin. She was the woman behind a failed murder attempt against Barin. Oh, to think that Tashishi would sink so low. Unbelievable. That one we could probably get some money out of, right? The spells has led to motivated workers, giving minus 15% building construction time. That's actually pretty massive. What can we do here? Just still nothing, right? We might as well keep working on Greenhill for a little while, I guess. Maybe we build a new castle there, given that we're nowhere near our domain limit. Oh, we can only build Tasty Temple, then we can build the academy, right. Sure, should we just build a city? Why not? I can't build anything in the bloody capital after all, so let's go for it. Only 4 years on for a whole new city. That seems pretty good. What just happened there? Apparently we can no longer... Oh! I was going to say no longer continue converting religion. I think the person that we gave the province to must have converted it. Look, Arenthi Malada now. Oh! I mean, they are an Eldark. It's pretty much in their best interest. Oh, that's pretty good. Has that sped up the cultural conversion at all? 17 years. What was it before? 31? Hey, that's taken the edge off. Still going to take a little while, I think, but that's all right. This is certainly better. And a new magical perk. So I want to go for Charm. That hotkey every bloody time. I've realized in hindsight, it's CK2, isn't it? And I think specifically it's with the bigger interface mod. When you press C, it confirms things. It's just it's totally crosswise. What's going on? What we want to do then is see what benefit that is. Because somebody said, and it was probably that enormous comment, right? From Gaztacular. Somebody said anyway somewhere that people who aren't your friend or lover will just never join your court. So there's no point trying to sway them or anything like that unless we go all the way through with it. So let's just blast. I suppose we'll take a look, see if there's like a good knight in our court or something like that one. And then we'll... Oh, so you're still here. So if I go open spellbook, Calroruon has a spell cast in them by me. That is kind of what we're aiming to do here. If we go illusion and then charm, so you just gain 20 opinion of us for 5 years. What about like grand? 40 opinion for 5 years. I mean, it would make them easier to befriend, right? Isn't there a befriend scheme, or am I going mad? I guess not. Oh, unless it's something you unlock with the perk, I suppose. Oh, that's interesting then. Okay, so we can just charm people for opinion. That's totally fine. I'm alright with that. When can we swap over? Like 2 years. Okay, well, that's going to take a while then. Ooh, to my cocky vassal. You cannot have believed that the agents of your spy master would go unnoticed at my court forever. I demand you cease this rebellious behavior at once. Oh, she was the... Oh, she's 20 years old now. Are we still your court mage? Maybe you could disappear. Who's your primary heir? It's your brother. Okay, that's annoying. A simple mistake, my liege. That's all. Once we have started the disrupt schemes task, she loses 15 opinion of us. Or we can keep the person there uncovering more secrets. However, it would give her a rightful imprisonment against us. Though I'm pretty sure she already has rightful imprisonment against us, given that we're a necromancer. Maybe it's like a secret thing that people just don't know. Elrang is known to defile the corpse of the dead. Well, I mean, people would probably know it, given that we've got armies of hundreds of zombies roaming around. Okay, we'll say... Look, let's not annoy her, because I think we are... Oh, I was going to say in her good books, but no, definitely not. Minus 78, that's good. Okay, well, never mind then, I suppose. What are we going to do with our spy master, then? We could send you to get secrets elsewhere. Literally. We could put you in the mains court in elsewhere, and try and dig up some secrets for that, and then maybe blackmail eventually. Gratwood might not hurt either. There's also Sylvanar directly to the west of us. Let's go for Gratwood. Let's see if you got some secrets down there. And well, I guess eventually we'll try and get the hooks for blackmail. Then we can use our magic for more important stuff rather than just making a bunch of money. Speaking of which, we're at 380, so we might as well use it for something, eh? We have rituals enabled? Let's take a look here. Hold on a second. Fortify Stewardship enabled. Fortify Marshal. What do we even want right now? Maybe learning, actually. Fortify learning might not hurt. Let's swap that over to there and keep that one active. Fortify Arcana gives us access to what, like... Actually, don't know. We get a larger Magicka pool, but at the cost of monthly Magicka regeneration, right? Is that how that works? Yeah, there you go. Okay. We're still making 3.3 a month of that, so I'm totally fine to leave all of those rituals enabled. In fact, we can even go for another ritual. Because our regeneration is just so enormous now, we might as well, right? We got 2 more slots. Oh, I presume that's also determined by Arcana then, right? Yeah, base +1, Arcana +4, right? That's good to know. Empower mages. Whoa, what is that? Mage pursuit +5%. Oh, that's cool. So actually more kills from the mages is pretty massive. Bound weapon, bound armor, bound armory. Bound weapon gives prowess. Bound armor, I presume, gives like... Oh! We get Daedric armor. Ooh, bound armory, I presume, gives both? Oh, defender advantage. Oh, look, for the mad drip, we've got to go the Daedric armor. Look at that. Yeah, no, we've got to keep that one enabled. Sure, the prowess +10 is probably nowhere near as useful as some of this other stuff. Counterpoint, look at my man. Levy reinforcement rate. Okay, levies are supposedly not going to be so useful in the long run. I got to go for it, huh? Bound armor, look at him. That looks amazing. Ooh, this one seems big. While performing his duties as spy master, Unsamir has uncovered a secret held by Keeper Minlandra of Barut. She has a disputed heritage. Wow. We're, of course, not going to get in trouble for uncovering secrets in a different court as well. 5.2 month income, that seems pretty good. And how long have we got? So we're down to -5 in the popular opinion. We're so bloody close to being able to upgrade the capital. That's so frustrating. 23 months left on the city holding in Big Oza. Belane's missing hides is our liege, right? Oh, no, it's a different one. It's a court physician and knight. Gotcha. I was going to say getting into an opinion with our liege would be nice. Belaine approaches me with a grave face, and before I can ask her anything, she tells me that she woke up this morning to find out she has been robbed, as her servants recounted by some boyish? I don't know what that is, who stole some precious stag hides from her. Belaine asks for my help and waits for my response. Well, approaching him with a grave face is pretty good given he's a necromancer. No worries, Belaine, I will get your hides back. You've come to the right man. The entourage returned with some surprising news. The boyish responsible were actually under direct orders from the respective warden, Fanadis, who was very offended by Belaine. Speaking to the warriors that the entourage brought me to confirm the story that Belaine was stealing hides from the camp's herds proved to be true. They were taking out what was rightfully theirs. Whoa. What shall we do? Do we gain foreign respect, which gives 20 different cultural opinion for a man like Alrang? I feel like he wouldn't give a shit about that. Or we just take the hides. Different cultural opinion minus 20. I don't care about that one. We gain prestige and dread. Yes, I'm back in my courtier. Always back your courtiers. Ooh. And we have found out that Keeper Minlandra of Barut and Gainanor are secret lovers. Excellent. Can't wait to finally do some of all these hooks. Breaking fast with a friend. On my way to the temple one morning, I run into Malapena Lucilia, who's carrying a small bag. Glancing around, she conspiratorially opens it, revealing all sorts of food and drink. It's such a beautiful day. Come join me outside for a morning picnic, she says. As I start protesting that I'm on my way to the temple, Lucilia interrupts me. Uriel will still be there later, but these quince tarts won't. Well, she does make a good point, doesn't she? And our guy is cynical, so I sure as hell don't think he would be interested in Uriel right now. The true sin would be letting this opportunity pass. We gotta try and become friends with her, particularly given that... Don't you get... Oh, no, that's right. You have to go down the soulmate thing, isn't it? Does that not increase fertility in this game? Or is that just CK2? I don't remember. Either way, we'll try and become friends with our wife. I think that's a good idea. Try and keep her around. Keep her on side. Ah, look. With these changes, we can summon a Daedric army. We've just got to wait a little bit more. I mean, I'd rather get 500 Daedra than a bunch of cash that we can't spend because the peasants hate me. I'm happily soaking the bath hell, sharing deep reflections and salacious jokes with Malapena Lucilia as I feel all the tension leaving my body. I realize it's not just the warm water loosening my muscles. I'm genuinely having fun, all because of Lucilia's company. Until we discovered our common passion for bathhouses, we hadn't had... This is happening a lot, isn't it? We hadn't had any chance to really interact or get to know one another that well. Yeah, no chance whatsoever. Now I really look forward to our regular rendezvous there, as they're always filled with laughter and merriment. Have we truly become friends? Indeed, a toast to Lucilia. We become friends with her, or perhaps something more. Everyone knows that the best relationships are based on true friendship. Oh, it's so nice. Start seduce scheme against Malapena Lucilia. The scheme will have an increased success chance. Obviously. Yeah, no, we should do with that. We haven't got a personal or hostile scheme going on right now. What would I even do with a hostile scheme? It feels weird not having one active, but simultaneously, I don't really know what I'd do. Ask for a pardon. What have we done wrong? Dad said that she won't accept because our crime warrants execution. Oh, God. Is that because we're a necromancer, I presume? Okay, you know what? That's fair enough. I can't argue with it. Yeah, I don't really know what I would do with a personal scheme right now. There's not really much to do, right? Imprison, murder. I think we would need more stuff. Oh, a lot of people are saying you've got to if we demand conversion from our counselors, you could argue, you know, we're trying to roleplay a little bit, you know, play the character, make decisions on his behalf. He's cynical. He might not be going around demanding that, that his counselors convert, because he's not massively attached to the religion, but I suppose it's kind of him exercising power more than anything else. It's about his ambition more than the religious aspect, right? For months, Shaguniel, Warden Rolondel's Greenspinner, has been digging up spurious contracts and fabricated histories. They have formed a legitimate claim on the Arpencell of Greenhill, the county. Who? Shaguniel? Oh, no, this guy. Warden Rolondel. Oh, so immediately our neighbor to the south. Yeah, I'd like to see you try. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I take that back. Dr. Doom, you can stay over there. I'm not interested in that evil, at least not for a little bit more. Just let me generate a bit more magic, then we'll talk, huh? Wow. So we're only down to, now we're 0.8 magicka per month because I've got this mad armor, which I'm not taking off, but I could consider dropping some other stuff. We might as well turn off Empower Mages because we're not a bloody war. Minus 2.5 seems a little bit better. Everyone appreciates a gift, but perhaps I could come up with something truly unique that will make a real impression on Malapena Lucilia. An embroidery featuring her house crest, which is by extent our house crest. Commission poetry on the joys of life dedicated to her. I think that she appreciates physical pleasures of life, or at very least poetry, a wood carving of the castle, or, no, perhaps not. What's she into? Craven, forgiving, honest, golden-touched, architect. She is an architect. Maybe she would like a wood carving of the castle. Let's go for that one. Why the hell not? Wood carving of a castle. Building construction time minus 10%. Maybe she liked it. To the handsome Elrang. Oh, thank you so much for the wood casting of a castle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wood carving of a castle you gave me. First time, well done. I can scarce remember the last time I received such a wonderful gift. Anything for you, Lucilia? Ooh, budding interest. Wow. Might actually win her over yet. Every year, the people of Grimwatch celebrate a holiday that involves symbolically sowing the seeds of the autumn harvest. For the autumn harvest, funnily enough. It is a festival of fresh beginnings, both for the crops and for the people of the city. People let go of their grudges, resolutions are formed in temples, offer free healing of any disease their faithful may be afflicted. A toast for new beginnings. We're cynical, so we have more important stuff to do. Give me the prestige. We're almost at illustrious, right? Because that was 3,000. Ooh. What will that do for us? I think it increases the speed at which we get dynasty legacies, right? But I don't entirely remember. The celebrations had come to an end, and the evening's entertainment seemed to be over when Malapena Lucilia suggested a reading. A clerk soon arrives, wondering what guests would like to hear. And I see my chance to impress Lucilia. Something pious, like the monomyth. Let's be entertained. A hypothetical treachery. Oh, that does sound entertaining. Magic from the sky would give us a chance to learn. Does she want to hear something informative, something entertaining, or something about religion? She's not a religious character, though she does have honest, which is a very pious thing. Let's go for something entertaining. Who doesn't? As the clerk reads for us, Lucilia seems completely engrossed. She later approaches me. Good choice, Elrang, she says, and maintains her eye contact. It was great, wasn't it? We gained smoldering chemistry. Oh, 20% success chance. We're already maxed out on success chance, so that's totally fine. This is nice. I feel like this is a very wholesome episode compared to yesterday, which was murder after murder after murder. Let's summon, and now to give up on the wholesome aspect, let's summon an army of bloodthirsty Daedra set to kill our enemies. Done. And those appear, I presume, much like the skeletons do. Daedra. Ooh. High quality Daedra. I feel like we should swap all of the Risen Dead out for Daedra at some point. Do they reinforce? I would presume not. I don't think any summoned soldiers like that would. It wouldn't make any sense if they did, right? To the handsome Elrang. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets of King Adoran's court. Very well, you know best. What if I just, like, immediately send him over to the Legion's capital again? Is that something we could do? I wonder if, because she's warned us once, whether or not she would clap my cheeks if we're caught again. I mean, what's she gonna do? She's already got reason to execute us, right? Oh, no! You are a benign man, Elrang, but I do not like you that way. Only Auriel knows what the future might hold for us. What? No! What are you talking about? Oh, loses 10 opinion of us. Ends a scheme to seduce Malapena Lucilia. Oh, the cruelty. Well, here I go killing again. Okay, no, I'm not gonna murder her. Even though he's vengeful, I feel like it wouldn't be too far out of character. Oh, maybe I should, because it's in character. Would he feel the sting of rejection that strongly? Oh, what does he think of her? Can we see the reverse opinion? Her opinion of us. Her opinion of us. Why can I not see his opinion of her? Man, that's one thing I do prefer about CK2. How do I see his opinion of her? Am I going nuts right now? I feel like I am. What opinion? I want to be able to inform my decision on whether or not I kill her horribly. You know what? He's ambitious. I don't think he'd give up that easily. So let's roll with it. Let's see what happens. Seduce or romance. We can't seduce her again for a while. Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance. We'll give her a second chance before we immediately dive on the whole murder thing. My grandson, Amthasil, has just finished a lesson by Ostorand on the management of the treasury and the gold therein. But it seems that only the bits mentioning gold have stuck. He's now levying small taxes from all the servants he can chase down, much to their collective annoyance. Greedy. I see. That's right. Nothing more important than gold. Does it give stewardship? It gives monthly income and monthly income per stress level plus 10%. And the more stressful he is, the more money he gets. Oh, cool. That's a really interesting mechanic. Have we not learned anything? The lesson was about fairness. That's rich coming from you. Emotions beget weakness, child. Suppress them. Callous seems a bit more on brand. What are we training you in? Stewardship? Honestly, I'm going to let you keep greedy, and we're going to mold you into a good steward. Hopefully. And then, I mean, I know greedy doesn't have any impact on that, not as the character, right? Maybe there are some events. Oh, probably him embezzling from us in hindsight. Well, we'll see how that goes. Right, let's pick a new magical perk. And then we'll move on, I suppose. Wait, can we spend that on... Oh, you have to spend it specifically in the tree. Yeah, no, I remember now. What do you think? We've got Master Destruction, we've got Master Conjuration, we've got Master Restoration. I guess we'll go down Alteration, because Mass Paralysis sounds pretty good for the inevitable war that's coming. Let's go Scholarship Focus, 15% every time. Every time. That seems pretty good for the development growth. Then we'll get Learn on the job eventually and really, really buff our guy up. So now that we've got total control, I guess we'll flip you over to train commanders. You're still looking for secrets. You're... Oh, man. Development in the county is still 14 years away, but this will totally convert it, right? Yeah, everything's looking good. Wow, look at the popular opinion there. My God. Martial Guidance plus 50. What event can we get that with? Because I'd love to get that for the capital, to be honest with you. There's no, like, crown focus, is there, in CK2? You can't pick a particular county to focus on. I guess we've just got to hope that we get some sort of outcome. You're on stewardship. I mean, it's going to take a long time to get down to here. Is there something in maybe... Oh, Plunderer. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Is there something maybe in Gallant? It places popular opinion because we're like this noble ruler. Nothing in there. Maybe the trait Gallant? No. Overseer? Control territory advantage, fort level, dread gain. I wonder if there's something in diplomacy, because there's that one that gives you, like, Augustus. So that could be quite good. Absolute control. Absolute control is a special state of control enabled by the absolute control perk. Whenever the control is at 100, it will instead display as absolute and give additional bonuses. That sounds really good. Let's have a look here. Benevolent intent. This is what I'm thinking. Maybe there is some way we can... Commission Epic. Oh, I remember that being really good. Level of Fame, I remember being really good too. Dignitas. August. Man, is there really no way to increase popular opinion? How bizarre. Well, that's unfortunate that we've just got, like, such a long modifier on this province, right? Because it's going to take a while for that to disappear. Yeah, 531. Jesus. Okay, well, let's see how it goes then. So in terms of the children being educated, so we've got Belanda Elfboy, who is Elrang's daughter, the most recently born daughter. She is being trained in intrigue. She's got that bonus, that rowdy bonus, so that's pretty good. She's the one that's intelligent and beautiful, so she's doing pretty well. Princess and Lifespan one, okay, fair enough. And then we've got our other daughter, right, okay. And then you've got Wendemere. Wendemere needs an education. You've got Charming. We've got one child in Stewardship, one child in Intrigue. We've got a child in Learning already. She's the one as our court mage. Why don't we throw you at Diplomacy? We might be able to build a whole bloody council out of family members. That seems like a pretty alright idea. So let's do that one. Let's go ahead and chuck you at someone to be educated. Unfortunately, we can't take him on. That was Spy Master. No, I'm looking for someone with high diplomacy. Alaroth isn't terrible. Sure, alright. Let's go with you then. You seem like a trustworthy fella. Why not? And then, that's everybody covered, right? What about your... Yeah, so Lucilia, our granddaughter. That's our heir. She's already... She didn't come out that well for learning education, did she? She was actually a better steward, but that's alright. We'll worry about it. She's still court mage, right? Maybe eventually she'll start learning some magical stuff. Hello! There are no secrets. Okay then. Sure. In that case, I will bring you back and have you disrupting... What do you think? Like, disrupting schemes in our court? Can we find secrets in our own domain? That seems like a better idea. What is this? Some moments must be recorded forever. That time I won a war against Elanas Ramothran is one of them. Such an incredible memory must be preserved for all time. My master of the Ayleid language would make penning this a trivial matter. Assembling and illustrating a tome can quickly become a costly endeavor. Ooh, we gain an artifact. We're writing a book. And who was this? Alana's Rethoran. Oh, she was the one who held the temple, right? Just judging by her religion and her culture there. I'll record it myself. Yeah, sure. 50 gold, why not? We've got the money to spare. To my loathsome vassal, I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Overwatch. I expect everybody to be of note there, which unfortunately includes you. Sure. Which doesn't imprison me. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall. Our gracious host, Queen Marinora, has welcomed us to the feast. It's better be worth my time. Queen Marinora of Arentia and her domain are known to adhere to the Green Pact, which means their craft, buildings, and even food can have no vegetable components. Sadly, that means they do not consume regular feast beverages like mead, ale, or beer. I've been staring at the other guests as they imbibe a rather unique alcohol drink made from meat, animal fat, and other ingredients not considered palatable for drinking by non-adherents of the Green Pact. While the nobility understands the need for refreshments other than this concoction, they see no need to put alternative beverages front and center. It could be considered insulting. I would never leave home without my supply of ginkgo tonic. We gain 75 prestige, and every non-adherent of the Green Pact gains 20 opinion of us. I wonder if that's something we get because we are an eager reveler. So we bought our own drinks, basically. Got it. Great idea. Little hip flask we're handing around. The bootlicker. Rumors have been circulating about Moon Archbishop Tai Shishi's wanting to curry favor with Queen Marinora are confirmed as she hands her a gift. My dearest liege, my dearest liege, it's so lovely to see you. Knowing that we'd meet here, I brought you this marvelous pelt as a token of my appreciation. Queen Marinora grins as she studies the animal hide. Seeing how happy she is for receiving a gift, I realize I'm at risk of missing this opportunity to improve my standing with her as well. We can say, my liege, I have a gift for you too. Not that we give a shit about impressing her. 68% chance she gains 30 opinion of us. 32% chance she gains 10 opinion of us. We pay 50 gold to her, and she also gains opinion of the Moon Archbishop. I declare a toast to Queen Marinora. 44% chance she gains opinion of us. I'll be honest, I'm not taking that one. We spill our drink on the gifted pelt and claim it was an accident. 42% chance of everyone believing it was an accident. Sorry, 52% chance of everyone believing it was an accident. 47% of no one believing, and we lose stress, but they lose opinion of us. Done. What happened? Minus 95. I feel like we maybe failed. What a feast. I'll remember the days spent in Queen Marinora's halls for a long time to come. Vengeful Aurang throws wine over a kind gift. She gains 15 opinion of us, and we are back down to 0 stress by destroying others' priceless gifts. Oh, the book was written already. Rare trinket. Look at that. In memory of Elanus. Prestige 0.02 a month, and personal scheme success chance plus 6%. That's actually not bad at all, is it? Counts as a trinket. Oh, very nice. Okay. So I've thrown down some hillside fields here, which is going to take obviously a long time to build, but we might as well build something, given that we're sat on all this cash with nothing to bloody spend it on. Still minus 5 popular opinion in the capital, which is unfortunate. I could just build another settlement, right? We need 39 to construct a temple, 36 magicka, monthly change of 2.3. Should we turn off a couple of those rituals and just keep investing all this cash back? Turn off Fortify Arcana. As long as we don't lose the armor. Oh, no, we are going to lose the armor. Oh, it's still there. Bound armor. Prowess plus 10. Oh, is it because Right. The ritual is still active, but it disappears. You see that? So we just can't see it. I guess we keep the armor, but we don't... Do we still spend the upkeep on it? Minus 2. Yeah, we do. Okay, fair enough. So we do want to disable that. Oh, I like the armor too much. Let's turn off the Fortify Learning. Let's turn off the Fortify Stewardship. Let's... stick with the armor, because it looks amazing. Look, I know it's costing me minus 1 Arcana and upkeep. It looks incredible. And then we just roll with that. Build up the magicka. Transmute some gold. Try and keep things upgraded pretty quickly. Oh! While performing his duties, Untamir has uncovered a secret held by Marshal Hroma. The ways in which he seeks pleasure is revolting for any decent woman to even think of. And yet she's not merely willing, but eager. It feels so unnatural and sickening. It is unnatural and sickening. An offense to Auriel. Whoa! She's a deviant. Absolutely disgusting. However, she's also one of my best commanders, so we'll turn a blind eye. My Marshal Horoma has been showing off a promising new recruit. Frenith. Frenith is very good. 23 prowess. Very well. Bring her to my court, and that recruits her immediately. Oh, that is powerful, isn't it? She's one of our best commanders. My god. I almost want to bring this guy on because he's been around for so bloody long. Should we can marry him to a courtier? Arranged marriage. Matrilineal. He's not going to agree to it, right? Marry him off to Freneth? He will not accept. Oh, but it's not by much, though, is it? Could we swap her out for maybe someone with... Nope, he will not marry her. Wow, he's really not into her. Her? Nope. Why is he happy with her, then? Because she's younger? Opinion of me is 57. Oh, actually, you know what? If I send him, like, a gift, or if I hit him with, like, a... If we can win him over slightly more... I'm just going to sway him, and then we can just marry him to that other woman, and that might keep him permanently around. We'll see if that actually works. The fire roars, drinks have been had, and Lucilia is calling out to me for a story. My first thought is of a famous math melody folktale, a classic that never fails to delight. On the other hand, what if I told a story of my own life? Tell, of course, our own story for the prestige. Boom! Another level of prestige, up to illustrious now. And for a lifestyle perk, we're going to go for science. That's going to drive me insane. I'm going to pry the C button off of my damn keyboard. Oh, increased development in county with the next one. Efficiency plus 20%. That's quite nice. It's going to be a while before we get learned on the job, but I think it's worth it. Oh, we've discovered that Ayleid del Dea is potentially a bastard. No! What do you mean he passed away? Disappeared without a trace. Oh, I guess he just hit his time limit of being in the court. Oh, that was unfortunate because we almost got him. We've also found some more lovers. Ayleid del Dea has another lover too. My God, we are going to have to blackmail the hell out of her. We found another scheme. Someone's plotting to kill... Who? Someone's plotting to kill Lucilia. We must stop the villain behind this. Who... Do we know who's doing it? Tempted to murder. That's fine. Blah, 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 blah. This person's a non-believer. Okay. The king of Western Skyrim. We've got a lot of secrets. Do we know who is trying to do that? I guess not. Otherwise, we'd have been able to say, hey, imprison them. Do we have a hook on you? Nothing, unfortunately. Be quite nice. Maybe we could seduce her, then use that secret on her, right? That would be interesting. No! While performing duties as a spy master, Untamir has discovered that Silmasil had Emuin murdered. Why? Not only cruel and heartless, but dishonorable. How could you do such a thing? Unthinkable. Murder in my dynasty. That's unbelievable. Mayor of Big Oza wants a council position. Well, he should get some big skills if he wants to be on my council. How are we doing on the money front then? 89. I just wanted enough to kickstart the city, but to be fair, I think we probably earned enough cash at this point that we could just... There you go. Temple. Perfect. What is that? He looks amazing. What are you doing? I'm back on the battlefield. The mud is clinging to my boots, the rank stench of dead assaulting my nostrils. Once again, I'm reliving the day Galbor Ulthran declared war on me. I wake up gasping, cold beads of sweat cling to my face. Lucilia stirs beside me but doesn't wake. I must deal with my troubles alone. Is that his battle armor? He's got like Daedric and almost like a sort of bone armor there. That's so cool. I should try to forget, or I'll never lose again. Obsessed with vengeance. Yes. It's -2 diplomacy for -2 Oh. Obsessed with vengeance. Yes, that seems good. That seems very good. Oh my God, we found more secrets at court. I've got to find something to do with all this, right? Well, I think for today, we will leave it there because I don't want the episodes to go on as long as they did yesterday. I'm going to aim for kind of 30, 40 minutes an episode just so that we can actually get enough stuff in. But hopefully things are moving at a bit better pace now that I'm doing, again, light editing with it, not going too crazy with things. Look, we didn't achieve much. I'll be the first to admit. What we did achieve, though, is some amazing armor. We're waiting on that cultural conversion, I suppose, and then waiting on the development to pop up. Just developing the character too, right? That's kind of the main thing that we've been focusing on. Lots of extra perks gained and stuff like that. Family seems to be coming along okay. You know, she's doing totally fine. She's got some pretty good stats there, our third daughter. And who else was it? It was the child of our other daughter. Yeah, so the grandson gained temperate, so he's actually coming out pretty well in terms of stewardship. 12 with 10 stewardship, hasn't finished the education. I got high hopes for you. And then Wendemir is fine. Certainly something. We're training you to be a diplomat. So, hey, high hopes. Let's see how it goes. We've got our army of Daedrus, and maybe we can declare some war soon. Again, I'm trying to kind of play tall and consolidate our holdings a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Come back tomorrow.